I currently make over $700 a month running Presearch nodes. In this video, I'll explain why I'm so excited about this project. I'll give you all the details around the current profitability of my Presearch nodes. And finally, I'll walk you through a step-by-step tutorial on how you can set up your own Presearch node so you can start earning some passive income. To start off, what is Presearch? Presearch is one of the fastest growing decentralized search engines with over 3.5 million users and over 200 million searches per month. So you're all probably familiar with the traditional search engines. Google, Bing, AltaVista, GeoCities. Well, maybe not those last two for some of you. Those traditional search engines profit by monetizing users' data by selling your data to the highest bidder. Presearch turns this approach on its head by letting its users monetize the data themselves by paying users to utilize the search engine. Every time you use Presearch to make a search, Presearch rewards you in Presearch tokens. Presearch is free to use and free to sign up. I'll leave a link in the description and in the pinned comment below. And if you use that link to sign up, you'll get a free 25 Presearch tokens just for signing up. Now, I'd like to start off by saying I do consider Presearch a very speculative crypto play. It's currently ranked number 627 in terms of crypto market cap, with a market cap of just $23 million. So this is very, very tiny when you compare it with Google and Microsoft. But there are some very promising things going on at Presearch lately. They did just announce they're going to start integrating ChatGPT, which is an artificial intelligence bot, into their Presearch search engine.
Hello, calories. It is nice to meet you. Are you kidding me?
If Presearch can continue to attract users, add functionality and features, and start to attract advertisers, it makes for a good asymmetric upside bet, in my opinion. My approach for Presearch is to invest a little to potentially make a lot someday, but obviously this is not financial advice. Next, let's talk about Presearch nodes. Presearch achieves this decentralization of its ecosystem thanks to the operation of its Presearch nodes. You can think of these nodes as the servers that keep the search engine running. These nodes are fairly easy to set up and can be a great source of passive income. I've been running my Presearch nodes for over a year now, and I plan to continue to do so. Next, let's look at the current profitability of my Presearch nodes. I currently have 92 active Presearch nodes, 86 of which are running on Racknerd, and 6 of which are running on my FLUX nodes. I also have 22 unused Presearch nodes at this point, which will be utilized in the future as I accumulate more Presearch tokens via my Presearch nodes. My average Presearch I'm earning per day per node is about 4.5 Presearch. I did a random sample of several of my Presearch nodes and found that to be about the average across all my nodes. I did find the average Presearch earned for my 4K staked nodes was a little higher than my legacy Presearch nodes that only have 2K staked. So in total, my average Presearch earned per day is about 416 Presearch tokens. At the current price today on February 21st, 2023 for Presearch, so just under 6 cents per Presearch token, I'm earning on average per day of just over $24 from my Presearch nodes. If we take that times 30 days per month, we're looking at a total amount earned per month of just under $729. My monthly hosting expense for my Presearch nodes comes in at just under $91. The biggest piece is from Racknerd. I have 101 VPS via Racknerd. The annual cost for that VPS is $10 per VPS, and if you divide that by 12, you're looking at an expense per month of just under $86. Which for 101 different VPSs, that's actually a pretty reasonable price, especially when you compare it to many of the other VPS providers out there. So we subtract those expenses from our total revenue, looking at a monthly net income of $638. Next, let's look at the current profitability of each individual node. The current staking minimum for a Presearch node is 4,000 Presearch tokens at a current price of 5.8 cents per Presearch token. You're looking at a total cost of $233 in Presearch to start up your own Presearch node. At an average Presearch earned per day for a 4K stake node of 5.27 Presearch tokens, you're looking at an estimated Presearch earned per month of 158 Presearch tokens. If you take that times the current price, you're looking at a total revenue per Presearch node per month of $9.20. If we're going to use Racknerd VPS for hosting our Presearch node, you have an annual cost of $10.18, so an 85-cent expense per month. So our net profit for the month would be $8.35. You're looking at a 3.6% ROI per month. Our net profit per year, so that's the $8.35 annualized, is just over $100 per year, or just under 43% ROI per year. Now, while this ROI is very nice when you compare it to any other investment out there, really I'm in Presearch as a long-term speculative play to really hope that we see an appreciation in the Presearch price, especially as we go through the next bull market, especially if this project continues to see adoption and it starts to attract major advertisers. Next, I'll walk you through step by step on how you can set up your own Presearch node. First off, you'll have to set up your own Presearch account. This is free to do. There's a link in the description in the pinned comment, and you'll get the 25 free Presearch tokens for setting it up. Next, you'll need some Presearch tokens to stake for your node. Currently, the minimum amount to stake is 4,000 Presearch tokens, which at today's price of just under 6 cents per Presearch token, you're looking at an initial cost of about $240. Now, it's important to mention you don't lose your 4,000 Presearch tokens when you run a Presearch node. You're not required to keep it running for a certain period of time. There's no lockup period. At any time you want to close down your node, you can do so and sell your Presearch tokens. This is much different than a lot of other scammy crypto node projects that are out there. Here's a couple examples of a few. Now, the minimum staking amount for running a Presearch node has increased over time. About a year and a half ago, it was 1,000 pre, and then it was 2,000 until about July of 2022, and then it's been 4,000 ever since. The Presearch team holds the right to increase the Presearch staking minimum amount in the future and probably will do so as more and more people build Presearch nodes. But the Presearch team has also grandfathered old Presearch nodes that are running at the old staking minimums. That's why the majority of my Presearch nodes are running on a 2,000 Presearch stake. I personally have always used KuCoin to purchase my Presearch tokens for staking. Their pre/USDT pair has the highest volume and liquidity according to coinmarketcap.com. So let's go to KuCoin and purchase the 4,000 Presearch so we can set up our node. So we'll search for pre/USDT pair. Now you will want to purchase 4,100 Presearch tokens. There is a 100 Presearch fee when you're transferring your tokens from KuCoin over to Presearch. Presearch is an ERC20 token, which is an Ethereum-based token. So as a lot of you are probably aware, there's generally pretty high gas fees associated on that network. So we'll enter 4,100 Presearch tokens, and then we'll put in a price here. Click buy, and then we have our 4,100 Presearch tokens. So next we'll transfer our Presearch from our trading account to our main account, and then next we'll initiate a withdrawal. So next you'll want to go to presearch.com, click my profile, and then under tokens, click deposit tokens, and click from blockchain. And then you'll take a picture of the QR code using your phone on KuCoin. And for the amount of pre that you'll be drawing on KuCoin, you'll put 4,000 Presearch. And you have 4,100 Presearch tokens in your account, so that'll cover the 100 Presearch fee. Then you'll click withdraw on KuCoin, and it'll ask you to confirm. You hit confirm. You have to put in your trading password. Then they'll send you an email verification code and then your two-factor authentication code on KuCoin. Then you'll click confirm. It says withdrawal successful. So it'll wait for our 4,000 Presearch tokens to show up under my transfers. All right, after a few minutes, if you've done your transfer correctly, your transfer should show up under the My Transfer section. So here's the one I just did for this tutorial. You should also note if you don't want to go through the KuCoin route, you can actually purchase Presearch tokens directly from Presearch's website, but there is a 10% markup fee for doing so. So next we'll go to manage my account, and then we'll go to node stakes. So then the 4,000 Presearch that we just transferred should be showing as available to stake. Next we need to set up a VPS or virtual private server to host our Presearch node. I've tested many of the different VPS providers over the past year for my Presearch nodes, and the best value for your money is Racknerd. I found Racknerd to be the cheapest and most reliable option, and that's why I've switched all my Presearch nodes, aside from my FLUX supported Presearch nodes, over to Racknerd. Now Racknerd is still running a New Year's 2023 promo deal right now where you can get a 1-year VPS for your Presearch node for $10.18, which comes out to about 85 cents per month. I'll put a link for this in the description below. I'm not sure how much longer this deal is going to last. So once you click the link, it'll take you to the Racknerd website, and you'll click this take a peek button on the New Year's 2023 deals now live bar at the top. So you'll scroll down, and the VPS that we're looking for is this 512 megabyte KVM VPS, which runs $10.18 per year. This is all the VPS that you'll need for your Presearch node. There's no use going with one of the more expensive options. That's not going to provide any more value to you. And for those that are watching this video in the distant future, this deal may not be available anymore. To find the VPS you want, you'll go to under VPS, KVM VPS, and it'll be this 512 megabyte plan, which the normal price is $22.99. Generally, Racknerd will have some kind of deal going on where you can put in a coupon code to get you 15% off, or there may be some other promo that they're running. But even $22.99 per year, this is what I paid originally for a lot of my Racknerd nodes, is still a very attractive price when you compare it to a lot of the other providers out there. So next we'll click Order Now. Now this next step is very important. You'll want to scroll down to the bottom, and under Operating System, you'll want to make sure you select Ubuntu 18.04 with Docker pre-installed. If you don't do this, you're not going to be able to set up your Presearch node correctly, and you're going to run into issues and you're going to have to start over. So once you make sure you've got that selected, you can click Continue with your order. So this would be a one-time annual cost of $10.18 for this VPS. We'll click Checkout. Then I'm personally going to pay by credit card. And I'll click Complete Order. And then an invoice will come up and you'll have to click Pay Now on the invoice. And then you'll enter your credit card information and submit payment. Then you should get an order confirmation on Racknerd's website. You'll also get a confirmation email from them as well. So a few minutes after you pay your invoice with Racknerd, you'll receive this email from Racknerd titled KVM VPS login information. You'll want to keep this email because this will be how you can log into your VPS. Next, you'll need to download an SSH so that you can finish setting up your VPS. A common one for Microsoft products is PuTTY, and for Mac would be Terminus. I'm going to be using Terminus because I'm on a Mac today. I also found this document from Presearch, which details how to run a Presearch node using Racknerd for Windows users. So although I'll be going through on a Mac today, if you having difficulty because it is slightly different on a Windows computer, I'll link this in the description below so you can follow along for an example using Windows. So next I'll open up Terminus on my Mac, then I'll click Hosts, then Add New Host. I'll title my host. So in this case, I'm going to title my host Presearch node number 102. So the address we're going to use is the IP address that's listed on the email from Racknerd. So you'll copy that and paste it in the address field. And then our username is root. We'll copy that. We'll paste it in the username field under SSH. And then the password will also be in the email, the root password. We'll copy that and paste it in the password field. Now I'm blurring my login info on the screen here because I don't trust that some of you aren't going to try to steal my VPS. I trust some of you, but not all of you. So next, click this right arrow in the upper right corner. So next, click the host that you just created, go down to Connect, then click with SSH. And we'll click Add and Continue. So next, we'll go to this web page here. I'll link this in the description below. We'll go scroll down to the bottom and it'll give you your node setup directions. So we're going to want to copy this code here. I'm on Mac, so we'll use the Mac code. Copy this. And then I'm going to open up a notepad. We're going to paste that code on Notepad, and then we're going to go to our Presearch nodes, and we're going to want to copy our node registration code from our personal Presearch node dashboard. Make sure you're copying your node registration code and not your API access key. If you use your API access key, your node's not going to work. So we're going to copy that. Then we're going to go back to our Notepad. And we're going to highlight from the $sign your registration code here. And we're going to replace it with our node registration code. So once we've done that correctly, we're going to copy all the updated code. We're going to go back to Terminus. We're going to paste it. And we're going to press Enter. We're going to let the code run. And if it's run correctly, you should see this Presearch icon, and it'll say node is listening for searches. So then we'll go back to our Presearch nodes dashboard. We'll refresh, and our newly created Presearch node should show up here at the top. Put a description for our Presearch node. I'm going to put Racknerd number 102. I always select allow all gateway pools. Then you have an option whether you want to be notified if your node becomes disconnected. And then next, you'll take your 4,000 Presearch that you have in your balance and stake it on your node. Then you'll click update. And it should say node update at the top. We'll go back to our node list. And there we have it. Our Presearch node is successfully up and running. So once connected, your node should have this green icon saying that you're up and running. You'll start to see attempted requests on your Presearch node, and you'll start to see a reliability score. The score will tend to be pretty low at the beginning, but it'll ramp up as more and more requests get put on your Presearch node. And most importantly, you'll start to earn Presearch on your Presearch node. So what I do is I log into Presearch every couple days, and you'll have an unclaimed amount of Presearch that you've earned since you've last logged in. And every few days, I'll click this claim button, and it'll claim all the Presearch tokens that I've accumulated across all my different Presearch nodes. It usually takes a minute or two to switch from unclaimed to available to stake after you claim your Presearch. And then once I have 4,000 Presearch accumulated, I'll take that 4,000 and I'll put it on one of my empty nodes. Congratulations if you're able to follow along with me and create your first Presearch node. Let me know how it went in the comment section below. Now these tutorial videos do take quite a bit of time for me to put together, so if you found this content helpful, I really would appreciate it if you'd hit that like button. It really does help to support and grow the channel. If you're a fan of Presearch and Presearch nodes, I think you'll like one of my other favorite crypto projects called FLUX. You can check out that video over here.